Welcome to the Snakebite, your home for all things Florida Southern College athletics, where we bring you inside access into the world of moccasin athletics. Here are your hosts, Andrew Polling and George Connolly.
Good afternoon and welcome to the Snakebite. I'm George Connolly.
And I'm Andrew Polling, and here's what the Mocs have been up to. This Saturday, Brett Hanson became the third basketball player in school history to score 2,000 career points early in the first half of the Mocs contest against Embry-Riddle. Here's what he had to say about the milestone.
2,000 career points, a great game all around, great team game, but that milestone, what does it mean to you, man?
It feels great. I mean, it's humbling to be with Kevin and John Ebling on the board. I mean, they're two great players, and it's a great program, so it feels really good.
You knew this has been coming for a little bit. You almost got there on Wednesday. It's been building up for a couple of weeks. Jack got to 1,000 points the other week. What do these milestones mean as they start to accumulate over your senior season?
It means a lot, but I mean, it just comes along with our success and how well we're doing, the guys on our team, so couldn't really do it without them.
A big team win. You guys really fought and clawed your way through this one. It was close all the way to the end. How'd you guys keep battling throughout this game?
We didn't really shoot the ball well, but it was really physical. I thought we battled all game, and that's something we've been working on. So it felt really good to grind that win out, even if we're not shooting the ball great.
Well, hey, congratulations on the milestone, man. Very well deserved. Great game. Good luck going forward, man. Congratulations.
Head coach Mike Donnelly said, quote, "The kid played with no pressure. We are really happy for Brett, and I couldn't be prouder of him," end quote. The Mocs improved to 19-2 on the season following the win.
Baseball swept the University of West Florida in their three-game series to open the season with a 3-0 record. The Mocs came back from a 5-0 deficit in the second game of the series, winning by a final of 6-5 in extra innings. Here are some of the highlights from that game, called by our own Andrew Polling from the booth at Henley.
And the 1-1. Popped up, right field, near the line. Duert on the run, and he makes the catch on the slide.
Wow.
Zach Duert ran that one down from a mile away. Potentially saves the game for the Mocs as that one was going to drop just a foot or two inside of the foul line. And the payoff pitch. Grounded in between first and second. Diving stop by Jacob Teeter. The feed to first in time as DeSanti covers the bag for the first out in the top of the 10th. And the 1-1 from DeSanti. Popped up, shallow left center. Going to be trouble. Coming in on it and making the diving catch, as Alan Burns said. Mocs with back-to-back defensive gems to start off this 10th inning. And the payoff pitch. In the air, left field.
My goodness.
This one is out of here, and this game is over. Arrivederci.
Oh, my
A walk-off home run for Zach Duert. His second home run in as many games, and the Mocs pick up the win by a final of 6-5.
Beast.
Duert takes the 3-2 offering right over the left field fence, and the Mocs are 2-0 on the season.
Now, Andrew, the Mocs played a phenomenal series at Henley. Could you run us through this weekend?
Well, they had some timely hitting, as we saw evident in that second game on Saturday. Friday night, it was a great start, a shutout, a 5-0 win on Friday. And then on Sunday, they had a 12-run inning in Sunday's game. They blew that one out pretty well. And it was just a great all-around start. There was some highlight plays on defense that we saw a couple of seconds ago in the show. There was some great offense, and the pitching was really just lights out from start to finish. A lot of positives to look at if you're this coaching staff.
And now switching over to basketball, we were both there for Brett Hanson's 2,000th point, a huge milestone. Can you walk us through the atmosphere of what it was like in that field house?
It was one of the more unique atmospheres that we've seen at the field house. You described it pretty well, that it was a rare moment in sports where we got to kind of step back and just appreciate a player and a milestone. There was a bit of break in action from the game, and there was an announcement over the PA system. It was really cool for Brett. Something else that was cool to note was that we interviewed Brett's dad during the halftime show, and both Dave and Brett Hanson recognized the other two Mocs in that 2,000-point career club. And it's just, that's not something that you necessarily would expect both of them to know and be able to name those guys, especially on the spot during those in-game interviews. And it was really cool to see them just take that moment to reflect on the history of the program and to recognize those two guys as well.
Absolutely, it really was quite a moment. Now switching over to JV baseball, they picked up a 6-5 win in their regular season opener just on this Monday. What were some of the highlights from that game?
Well, our pitching was absolutely dynamic on Monday. It was awesome to see. Our guys had 14 strikeouts to just 4 walks, so they really just filled up the strike zone the entire game. Offensively, 10 hits, 6 runs, only 1 error as a defense. We played one of our better all-around games since I've been here now in my 3rd season. It was a great way to start this season and just start off on a real high note.
Absolutely. Great insights, and let's switch over to softball. The Mocs played in their season opener Monday against Ursuline as the team kicked off their 40th season under head coach Chris Bellato. In Game 1, freshman Tiana Hernandez pitched a shutout in her collegiate debut as the Mocs picked up a 1-0 win in Game 1 before dropping Game 2 by a final of 2-1. The team travels to Melbourne this weekend for 5 games at the USSSA softball complex.
The women's basketball team improved to 10-3 in conference play following their 81-52 victory against Embry-Riddle. Here's what player of the game Marta Aranda had to say.
Marta, 13 points for you tonight. What was working?
I think I finally found my shot. I've been working on it, and I think tonight we did great teamwork, and my teammates passed me the ball, and I was wide open, so I just found my shot finally.
Well, you were 3 of 4 from beyond the arc. What have you been working on in practice to continue to build that three-point shot this season?
So like I said, I've been working on practice and outside of practice with some of my teammates, so I think that extra work is paying off.
So a big win for you guys here tonight. You got some of the freshmen in at the end of the game. What's that like to get the whole team kind of involved and get some of these players these extra minutes now that we're getting into the heart of the conference schedule?
I'm actually very happy for them. Like, yes, as freshmen for them, like getting some minutes, like it's big for them and for the team. So just building what is gonna bring us to the championship.
Well, thanks for the time. Congrats on the good game and the win.
The Mocs shot 51.7% from the floor and had 5 different players score in double figures as their offense continued to click. Kenzie Council had a chance to speak with assistant coach Megan Dzikas about the team's performance of late.
The team has really started playing complete games recently. What has changed over the last few games?
We've just been really working hard in practice, and I think we're starting to gel a little bit more, and hopefully, as the season goes on, we can peak a little bit more. But, it's just hard work, staying the course of what we're trying to do, and finally finishing games. We've put some emphasis on that, playing 40 minutes and keeping the lead or coming back. So we want to continue that course of focus and staying with the mindset of just grinding out and working hard.
You got a conference matchup against Lynn that beat you last December. So what's your game plan for the next matchup?
Going down to Lynn, a good team, tough to play at Lynn and Boca, but again, we're just going to go with the same focus and mindset and taking pride in everything we do. Play for 40 minutes. We want to get that win back, so we can split with them. And Lynn's moving up, behind us in the conference, so we want to keep our lead a little bit. But Lynn's a great team, like I said, and we're looking forward to going down there and hopefully getting a W.
All right, well, thank you so much.
Thanks for that, Kenzie. Tip-off tonight is scheduled for 5:30 as the Mocs travel to Lynn. That's all from us this week on the Snakebite. I'm Andrew Pauling.
And I'm George Connolly. Thanks for tuning in, and we'll see you next week at 3.